waited long enough. Please.
Jenny, just listen to me. What's another week?
I told you, I want nothing to do with you.
But Jenny.
Driver, please.
Out of the way, cowboy. We're already behind schedule.
Wouldn't worry none about Buddy. That young fella takes better care of himself than most grown-ups. I wouldn't work myself into it, Tizzy.
I just wish I knew what was going on around here. I mean, first off, Buddy runs out the door. He's got to go tell Clint that Jenny's leaving. And then I'm supposed to meet Buddy back here, and he's nowhere to be found. And then Clint comes in, and he's going to go stop a coach.
Well, I'll admit that Clint's unusual behavior with Miss Jenny's a mite strange. But after you've run a general store as long as I have, you see some mighty peculiar goings-on. Now, as for Buddy, I wouldn't worry. I think he's out making friends with some strange dog.
I don't know, Will. He's never kept me worrying like this.
Well.
Hi, May. Oh, can I talk to you a minute?
Oh, sure. What is it?
I need your help.
Oh, what with?
Exactly what route does the stage take?
Oh, well, the coach will head out of town straight to Barrow's Fork, and then pick up Settler's Pike, and then make a run straight into Santa Fe. Now, that's where the passengers will hook up with the railhead. What you got there? It looks like a wheel nut.
Oh, yeah, it is. I took it off the stage.
Well, that's a mighty dangerous thing to do.
Oh, the wheel won't come off. We'll just make it wobble enough to slow them down a little, maybe give me a chance to catch them before they get to their first stop.
Clint, what is going on around here? Why is it that important that you keep Jenny from leaving town?
Well, let's just say both our futures depend on it. Where's your brother?
Well, he hadn't showed back up yet, and frankly, Clint, I'm getting pretty worried about it.
Can you hear me, Buddy?
Yes, sir.
Good. You will remain in a trance and obey my every command until I ask you how old you are. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And when I ask you how old you are, you will awaken and not remember anything that was said in front of you.
Yes, sir.
Now, I will count to 3. And you will open your eyes, yet remain in my power. 1, 2, 3.
Is he going to be all right?
Of course, I have no intention of hurting the lad.
Well, then why hypnotize him?
Desdemona, the first rule of poker is that never call a man's bluff unless you have the cards to back it up. And unless Clint tells me what I want to know about the future, I will have Buddy as my ace in the hole.
What's the matter?
Tina, I don't know that it's a good idea that we sit here and tell each other the truth about what we're feeling right now.
Well, the legend says that whoever looks into the stone has to tell the truth.
Yeah, well, I bet those gypsies got themselves into a heck of a lot of trouble by doing this sort of thing.
You're not afraid, are you?
No, of course not.
Good, then look into the ring and take a deep breath and tell me exactly what you're feeling.
Look, Tina, this is kind of silly. I don't need to look in an ancient gypsy ring to tell you the truth. Besides, right now I'm feeling so happy I could just about burst.
You are?
Yeah, can't you tell?
You have been smiling a lot lately.
Yeah, that's because I got this little fella to smile at every time I look down at him, seeing his shining little face, hearing him giggle. I don't know, that's what life is all about to me. It makes all the hardship and all the pain we've gone through almost seem bearable.
Yeah, that's exactly what gave me the strength to keep looking for him. I mean, it was knowing how happy it would make you, too.
And Tina, I never really had a chance to really thank you for going out on a limb to bring our son back to us, for doing everything you could. When everybody thought it was helpless and hopeless, you just went out there and you found him and you brought him back home.
Well, I learned that from you.
From me?
Yeah. Of course, from the first time I met you, you always treated me differently than other people. No, other people always treated me like a child, but not you. You told me that I could stand on my own, that I could make decisions, and I could see them through.
Tina, you always had those qualities long before I ever came along.
Yeah, but I didn't know it. I didn't know it until in Argentina. Do you remember when you saved me from Dante Medina in the cemetery? Do you remember what you said to me?
No.
Well, you told me that you wanted me to come back to Landview. And you finally believed that I really was carrying your baby. And you told me that no matter what happened, you wanted to be there for me and the baby. Well, I know now that, I read more into that than what you actually meant, but that didn't matter. It was the conviction of your words that made the difference. I mean, that gave me the strength and the determination to survive in the jungle and to keep searching for the baby. I mean, that day in the cemetery, it changed my whole life.
You know, I think you're giving me a lot more credit here than I deserve. Hey, what about Max? He was always there to support you through everything, and he had a whole lot to do with us finding our baby and having him back in our arms once again.
Oh, I know. I could never forget about Max. Max has been so wonderful about all this.
You know, Tina, you're right about this ring. It does inspire one to tell the truth. And I would like to honestly tell you what I want to do since the minute I walked through that door.
What's that?
I want to give in to little kid in me and go wild. I want to go outside and play in that fresh snow, okay? And then we could just do a little snowballing. One-on-one. Come on.
What, a snowball fight?
Sure, why not? I'll even give you a handicap. I'll throw it with my left hand even though it makes me look like a girl.
Well, he told me that he was going to meet me back here. That was right after he ran out the door to try and find you.
Well, he found me, all right. I thought he was right behind me when I left the old blacksmith shop. I had a run-in with Julius Jones down there. His pretending to be the head of a railroad company, you know, was just a front for a phony gold mining scheme.
What's this?
Here. It's a deed to that property that Jones tricked your father into selling him. I want you to get that back to Monroe. Have him telegraph Randolph Lord. Tell him that he can purchase that property for his railroad as originally planned.
How did you get this from Jones?
I just knocked a little sense into him down there at the shop.
Well, I hope that Buddy didn't see you solving your problems by fighting Clint.
No, he didn't. The fight was over. Well, Jones was unconscious by the time he got there. And then when he told me that Jenny was leaving, I rushed out of there, and I thought he was right behind me.
What if Buddy is there when that man comes through? There's no telling what that awful person could do to
Now, wait a minute, May. I can't have you running off and going down there.
Well, he could be in trouble now.
I'm not going to have you tangling with Mr. Jones.
Well, would you let me go with you at least?
No, you stay put. I'll handle it.
Hey, Clint, you heading out after that coach?
That's going to have to wait a while. My little partner is missing, and I'm not going anywhere till I track him down.
Hey, the studio's no mystery. All you gotta do is just keep on your toes and pay attention. You'll do fine.
Easy enough. Hey, I appreciate you giving me this job at the studio. You really come through for me, man. Wade, you with me?
What?
You got a problem?
Yeah, my problem just walked in the room. Could you excuse me just for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Oh, hi, Wade.
Hope you're proud of yourself.
What are you talking about?
Well, you got Mary Lynn to give up any idea of us living together. Plus, you forced her to choose you and her father over me.
Wade, if Mary Lynn decided not to move in with you, that was her choice, not mine.
Oh, boy, you know damn well that she'll do anything to keep you and her father together, even if it means giving up a chance of a life with me.
Okay, now, you just wait a minute. Tom nor I said anything to her about not marrying you.
Oh, yeah, right. As long as it agrees with your timetable, you just can't let her go, can you? Why don't you realize that she's got to grow up and make her own decisions?
Oh, okay, wait, I see this. She can make her own decisions as long as they agree with what you want. Is this what you're telling me?
You can twist this around any way you like, Mrs. Sanders. But one day you're going to push Mary Lynn too far, and your neat little house of cards is going to come crashing down around you before you even know what hits you.
Looks like our little friend is giving your lady a rough time of it.
Yes, it does. Looks like I'm gonna have to step in. You wait here. Hello, Lee.
Hi.
Am I, interrupting anything?
No.
God.
What's all that about?
Oh, it's nothing. Wade just likes to play this record over and over in his head when it comes to the topic of Mary Lynn.
Well, perhaps I can help.
Oh, no, really. Donald, I don't want to discuss it.
Well, you look so upset. I thought
Yeah,
that...
thanks, but listen, you called me here for a specific reason. Now, what do you have in mind?
All right. It's about the new agency. Herb told me you didn't accept the offer to head up the program.
Well, that's not true. That's not what I said. I said I just wanted to wait a while.
It sounds to me like you're buying time, and I don't think you have any intention of accepting, and I'd like to know why.
Because the offer came from you. And frankly, when it comes between you and me, I don't trust your intentions.
Shouldn't the boy be in here when Clint arrives?
I don't want him to see Buddy until the moment is right. Setting the stage is 9/10 of the performance.
What happens if Clint never shows up?
I have the feeling we'll be seeing Clint at any minute.
Where's the boy?
You see, Desdemona, it seems I do have a talent for predicting the future as well.
You'll be laughing out the other side of your mouth if you don't tell me where the boy is, Jones.
Well, he was at the barn when you so unceremoniously took away my rightful property.
I just came from there. He's missing. Now, where is he?
Well, what makes you think I had anything to do whatsoever with the boy's disappearance?
Because you're scum. And you wouldn't stop at hurting the boy to get back at me.
I think I must protest. Revenge is sweet, but not at the expense of an innocent child.
Cut the comedy. I know you got him, and I want him back.
Now! Oh. Well, I don't see him here. Look around yourself. There's only Desdemona and myself. And, oh, yes, my little slave.
Hey, partner. Glad to... Buddy? Buddy? What have you done to him?
Mere illusion. Much like that time machine you wanted to show me, remember? It appears we're both fond of tricks, you and I. And like good magicians, we must never reveal our secrets.
Okay, just take it easy. Take it all right. Nice and slow.
Oh. Fine, here, I just twisted this ankle, but it's gonna be all right.
Well, you shouldn't have ducked like that when I threw that last snowball.
What, and let you cream me?
Hey, you did all right. Are you kidding? You got a couple good shots in there.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah,
Oh, listen, why don't you help me over to the baby?
good idea. He just woke up, huh?
Oh, okay. Oh, he's just fine.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, bye, honey.
Listen,
See this little toy?
yeah?
You know, Max bought that for him. You know, he is going to be the best daddy for our little boy. He really is. I mean, on the long flight, oh, honey, on the long flight from Venice, you know, I was so tired. I was so tired, and Max just insisted on holding him so that I could get some sleep. Oh. And then every now and then I'd wake up and I'd look over there. Oh, honey. You know, and then I'd wake up and look over there. And you know what? And they'd be playing. They'd be playing like crazy. And I don't know, Max just looks so happy.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah. Put him back down. There we go. Oh, ooh. You know, I think I'm going to ask for that help to the sofa.
All right, come on. Just take it easy. Lean on me over here. Listen, you know, maybe we ought to call a doctor about this thing.
No. I'll
Okay.
be just fine. Honest, I think I just need to put my foot up for a little
All right.
while to stay off it. Can you get me both those?
There.
Thanks.
You know, maybe if we took the boot off and tried to massage you, get some of the blood back going into it, maybe that'd be good, huh?
Oh, that'd be great.
Why don't you take your coat off?
Oh, yeah. Oh, here, careful. It got kind of wet in the snow.
Yeah, I know. Making 4 or 5 snow angels will do that to a coat. Hold on.
Yeah, well, you know, at least they looked like snow angels. By the way, what was that blob of snow you made?
What are you talking about? That was a snowman. I wanted our son to see his first snowman today.
Oh, he will. I'm sure he'll be able to see one in a picture.
What are you talking? You know, it would be real easy for me to mess up that other ankle just as bad as this one, so you got a match.
I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Okay, it was a beautiful blob.
Oh, you know?
I mean a beautiful snowman.
That's it.
You know, this is the silliest thing.
What?
Well, you know, Max always says, I'm so clumsy, I trip over a blade of grass. And now I'm going to go back limping, and I'm going to have to put up with his smug smile about this.
What? Am I hurting you?
No. No, not at all.
Do you want me to stop?
No. No, it feels great.
Knocked him out cold, huh? Well, serves him right. I knew that city slicker was up to no good.
Oh, I pray he just doesn't hurt Buddy.
Oh, don't worry. Nothing's gonna hurt Buddy. Clint will see to that.
Howdy, Will.
Howdy, Monroe.
Afternoon, May.
What are you doing here?
Oh, things are a little slow over at the office. I thought I'd drop by and pick up some nails.
Why? I mean, are they having you do your own repairs over there at the mayor's office or something?
No. No, I promised Cody that I'd pick some up for him while I was in town.
Oh, that's right. He said all he had to do was that gate, and then that whole pasture would be fenced in.
You know, it's funny, isn't it? Not so very long ago, Cody was working for Buck tearing down fences. Now, thanks to Clint, we've settled all our differences. Cody's out there building a future for you two.
God love him. He's been working so hard since we got back from our honeymoon.
You know, I have to admit, May, I had some serious reservations when Cody first started in courting you. But now, I couldn't imagine having a better son-in-law.
Thank you, Papa.
By the way, where is Buddy?
He's with Clint.
Well, I'll tell you what, that little rascal is getting to be just about a handful lately.
Whew, I do not envy you having to take care of him by yourself, Papa, when Cody and I move into our new house.
Well, as a matter of fact, I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
But what?
Well, you've been looking just a mite pale lately. Maybe taking care of me and Buddy as well as Cody's getting to be too much for you.
No, Papa, I'm fine.
You think maybe you ought to see the doctor?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have an appointment for this evening.
So, you are feeling poorly?
No, it's just a checkup, Pa.
Is there something you're not telling me?
No. Now, Pa, I am doing fine. Now, just put your mind at rest, and I'll let you know. You'll be the first one when the doctor tells me whatever it is he's going to tell me. But look at this deed. This is what Clint brought for me. He says there is no Western Railroad. That's right. Send a telegram to Mr. Lord and offer him that land for his railroad company.
Well, tarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then why did Jones give me that $1,000?
Oh, he said something about Jones wanting it for the land for a gold mine scheme. I don't know. You're going to have to ask Clint about that.
I'll be jiggered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I did get hornswoggled. Well, I'll get a check drawn up for Mr. Jones. But first, Will.
Yes, coming.
Limber up your tapping finger. I need to send a telegram. Are you sure you're feeling all right?
Pa, I feel fine. In fact, I feel real good.
This is my little girl.
He seems a little restless. Let me grab him.
Hey,
There you go.
Yeah, why don't you
Hey, son.
bring him over to me, please?
Sure. Hey, you want to go see your mommy? Huh? Ready for a little TLC? Let's check this out. Bring a little tiger, too. Here you go.
Honey, hi. Oh. Isn't he just the sweetest thing?
Yeah, he sure is. You know, this is the best age, too, if you ask me. I mean, right now, he's just pure innocence, isn't he?
Yeah. But you know what? He's not going to be that innocent that much longer. Then he's going to hit the terrible twos. Yes, he is. And he's going to be ornery and learn how to say no.
Ornery? Nah, not this little fella. Never. Right?
Are you kidding? He's got Buchanan blood in him. It goes with the territory. That's why I think we should show him a little discipline as soon as possible.
What's all this we stuff? Are you kidding me? I'm never going to be able to look at this little fella and say no to anything. Are you?
Of course you have to, otherwise you're going to spoil him.
Well, that's what daddies are supposed to do. That's their job.
What? Now, just a minute here. I am not going to be the villain here, right? No, isn't that pretty? No, I am not going to be the villain. We both have to decide on rules, and neither one of us are going to break them. Now, I read that children need consistency.
Yeah. Well, you tell me that once this little fella grows up and he starts saying, oh, mommy, please, mommy, please, that you're ever going to be able to say no to him?
We'll probably give in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but at least I'll have tried to be firm.
Yeah. Well, I really don't think we're going to have any kind of problem with that. Because this little fella has got enough of his mommy's blood running through him. I know that he's going to be like you in a lot of ways. He's going to have that strength and that determination. I have to keep him away from that lip gloss stuff, though.
Oh, you.
He'll be okay.
You've hypnotized him, haven't you?
Your brilliance never ceases to amaze me.
Snap him out of it, Jones. Now!
I don't see that you have any right to make any demands. That is, unless you give me what I want.
If you're trying to get that deed back, you're too late. It's already on its way back to McGillis.
A mere scrap of paper. What I want is far more valuable than a deed to a worthless hole in the ground. And if you refuse to cooperate, this boy remains transfixed for the rest of his natural-born life.
All right, just what is it you want?
Facts, deeds, dates. I want to know about the future. With that kind of information, I can live like a king. Now sit down and get started.
I don't have time for this. I got to catch a stagecoach that just left town.
If you leave town, this boy will be condemned to live a life of mindless existence.
You're bluffing. You don't have that kind of power over him.
Buddy, you and I are friends, aren't we? Even better friends than you and Clint.
Yes, sir.
And you'll do anything I ask you, won't you?
Yes, sir.
Buddy, move to the window.
Julius, please.
Quiet.
All right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
Not in front of her.
Out.
Julius.
Do as I say. Now, Mr. Buchanan, let's take it from the top. And I warn you, no tricks.
Look, I appreciate your bluntness, but my offer is based upon your qualifications, not as a means to get you back into my life. Lee, I really wish you would think of the good you'll be doing. You'll be helping female parolees adjust to life after prison.
Well, that's a very noble thought, Donald, but I still don't trust you. I'm sorry. But I have a feeling I should try to stay as far away from you as possible.
In other words, you'd jump at this chance if it wasn't for me. Lee, this agency needs you. I mean, with Dinah Women, you proved you can place women in the workforce, and from your own personal experience, you know what it's like to start all over again.
Now, look, Donald, this is what I'm talking about. Whenever you want to manipulate me into something, you start bringing up my past.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not what I meant.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, but I'm very sensitive about this. And I've tried to erase a lot of my past. I've tried to get over that, and I don't want it dredged up again.
All right, I understand. I do.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just don't do it again.
I didn't bring you here to upset you. This agency is important to a lot of people, Lee, and you can make it work. I know you can. You're compassionate. You care. I know that if you put our differences aside, you'll see what a great chance this is to help those women who made a mistake in their lives put their lives back in order.
Mary Lynn's mom's really got it in for you.
Yep.
All hopes of living with Mary Lynn are pretty much down the tubes. We even had an apartment picked out.
Do you think she'll back down?
No. She's got Mary Lynn so confused now, she doesn't know what she's gonna do.
So, mate, looks like I'm not the only bloke our little blonde princess has been grilling on the barbie.
Listen, buddy, you want to go start setting up?
Sure.
Thanks. Griffin, I don't know what your game is, but I suggest you keep your opinions to yourself.
Oh, I'm just stating facts, mate. That little girl's got us both dancing on a street.
You know, I've kept myself from punching you out for a long time, just for Mary Lynn's sake. But I've been watching you, hanging around her. And I also know all about how you wormed your way into her house and then attacked her.
You've got it all wrong. That sweet little innocent thing came on to me.
You better shut your filthy mouth, boy.
Temper, buddy. I can't help it if she turns me on.
I've had about all I'm going to take from you, so let me just give you a little bit of advice. If I ever see you hanging around her, watching her, or even thinking about her, I'll...
What? Run home crying to Mummy?
All right, that's enough, Griffin. Wait outside in the car.
But, Mr. Lamar...
That's enough, I said. Wait outside. I want to apologize for his behavior.
Would you please keep that sleaze away from Mary Lynn?
I promise you that he won't be bothering her anymore.
Thanks.
Damn. You're doing very well, Mr. Buchanan. Now let's move on to boxing. Tell me, what happens to John L. Sullivan?
John L. Sullivan. In 1889, he goes 75 rounds with Jake Kilrain, beats him by a knockout. By the way, that's also the last title bout that'll be fought barehanded.
You mean they're going to put a stop to boxing?
No, just that all title fights will be fought under the Marquess of Queensberry rules.
With gloves?
That's right.
Well, all this is very well and good, but I have an immediate need for some ready cash. By jingo, I have it. There's a well-to-do rancher in town who claims to be an expert on political events. He claims that Benjamin Harrison hasn't got a chance to be nominated in the Republican convention. Now tell me, what happens?
Harrison becomes president.
You have just put bread on my table for the next 6 months. Now, what about the weather? Are there going to be any more freak snowstorms or floods?
Jones, this is enough. I've had enough of this. Now, I've kept my end of the bargain. Bring Buddy out of the trance.
Not until you've given me enough information to carry me through my old age.
If you don't bring him out of that trance, you're not going to make it through today.
You're tearing my coat.
How about if I tear your head off while I'm at it?
All right. You don't have to repeat your performance in the barn.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
Oh, dear. Buddy, come here.
Yes, sir.
Buddy, how old are you?
10. What happened?
Hey, partner, I'm glad you're back.
Oh, I feel strange, Clint. Real strange.
Well, Mr. Jones hypnotized you, but it'll wear off.
Oh, no. Did I give any secrets away?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't after that. He was using you to get to me.
Well, you'll excuse me. I have a bet to make. Mr. Harrison is going to make me a very wealthy man.
Clint, he's getting away.
Let him go. His greed will catch up to him one day and put an end to his act once and for all.
Well, what about Miss Jenny? Did you stop her from leaving from town?
Well, I tried to talk her out of leaving, but she went ahead and got on the stage anyway.
Oh. Well, maybe you still have some time to catch her.
Well, I plan to, but first, I gotta get you back to your sister. Come on.
No. Is she mad at me?
Well, she's more worried than anything. You shouldn't have taken off like that.
Yeah, I know, but I was only trying to help.
Yeah, well, with your help and a whole bunch of luck, maybe I can catch Jenny and bring her back before it's too late.
I wonder what he's going to be like when he grows up.
I don't know. They say that you can judge a puppy by looking at the size of his paws, see how big he's going to get. I think with a little baby like this, you need to look in his eyes.
Well, what do you see when you look in his eyes?
I don't know. Hey, son, look at you. I don't know. I think I see the same thing in his eyes that I see in yours, that touch of unpredictability. I mean, even though he seems like he's pretty calm right now, I see the wheels turning all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I bet you from the moment he gets up in the morning, he's going to be going, he's going to be working on some little scam. And right until the time we tuck him into bed and we know he's safe and sound there, I bet you even after that, he's still going to be working on something, too.
Does that bother you?
What?
That he's going to grow up to be like me?
No, Tina, that's not going to bother me. You know, it's one of the things I loved about you most. I mean, every time I get so wrapped up in myself, you would pull something so unpredictable. It would just shake me right back to my senses.
Yeah, well, you know, that might not be such an endearing quality when your son quits college to join the circus.
Yeah, well, as they say, as long as he's happy, that's all I care about.
Oh, did you hear that, honey? Whatever it takes to make you happy, and I'll be your witness.
Now, wait a minute. I never said that. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, no, it's too late. Look, I can see he already made a note of it.
Hey, wait, just hold it right here for a second, okay?
What? Where are you going?
I gotta get a picture of this. You kidding me?
I think this is the way it's going to be. Every cute little smile you give him, he's going to run for his camera.
Darn right about that.
Corey, wait, my hair. I was in the
come on.
snow.
Don't worry about your hair. You look fine. Okay, give me a big smile, huh, Clint? Give Daddy a big smile.
Better get used to this, honey. Daddy's a photographer. Say hi.
Oh, that's going to be a nice one. Oh, man, I can't wait to get these developed.
Yeah, and I can't wait to show them to Max.
Yeah.
Huh?
So, tell me, what do you see, huh?
Well, what do you mean?
I mean, you look in his eyes. What do you see?
Well, I see a beautiful baby boy that is going to grow up to be a handsome heartbreaker, just like his father, with all sorts of women all around him.
Oh, yeah? Well, I hope he has a little more luck than Daddy did. You're very complimentary. I appreciate that, but I was never like a Don Juan type.
Well, that's because you're just too modest to see it.
Oh.
No, I can tell you from experience that once a woman takes a look into those deep brown eyes of yours, she just gets... Yeah. Isn't that right, Clint? Huh, honey?
Well, where to next, Mr. Lamar? Mr. Lamar?
Sir?
What's this? Check for $10,000.
That's severance, Griffin. I won't be needing you anymore.
Why? Just because I had to guard that loudmouth kid?
I was paying you to do as you were told, not aggravate the situation by getting involved with Lee's daughter.
Oh, I get it. You don't want me fouling up your chances with that lady of yours.
Let's just say I'm giving you a chance to, further your career elsewhere.
You think you can buy me off after all I've done for you?
I've paid you well.
The way I see it, no price would be high enough for the dirty work I've done for you. Especially if it includes murder.
Griffin, does that sound like a threat?
Let's just say I'm sitting in the driver's seat right now, and I intend to stay right where I am.
Buddy! Oh, my goodness, what happened to you? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know that Julius Caesar Jones fellow?
Yeah?
He tried to hypnotize me, but I didn't tell him a thing.
Hypnotize you? What kind of thing is that to do to a little boy's mind?
He did it to get back at me for what I did to him out in the barn.
Why did you even go over there with him?
Well, I thought he was going to give me back the deed, so everybody, Paul and you and me, wouldn't have to move out of town.
Yeah, but Clint already had that deed, honey.
I didn't know that. I just thought Paul would be proud of me.
Does Monroe have the deed back now?
Yes, he has the deed, and he's already telegraphed Randolph Lord, and we're just waiting for Will to go and get tell him when there's a reply from it. Don't.
Would Paul come in here looking for me?
Yes, Paul came in here looking for you, and I had to lie and tell him that you were with Clint. But now that you are safe, my little darling, you can get yourself right over to his office and explain to him where you've been all day.
Oh, no. come on, May, please.
No, you absolutely are gonna do it.
Oh, May, he's just gonna yell at me and give me one of his lectures.
Well, then maybe you'll listen to him for the first time.
Oh, May.
Come on. Will, I'll be back for all that stuff now. Come on.
Ow.
Get it over with. Out the door.
Out the door. Don't you.
Well, any news on a stagecoach breakdown?
No, I'm sorry, there's nothing yet. Guess you're gonna have to ride pretty fast now, huh?
Yeah, and if that missing wheel nut doesn't slow that stage down, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch it and Miss Ginny Fletcher.
When you're spending a few days alone...
There are limits to my patience and my generosity, Griffin. My advice to you is to take this check and get out of town while you still have the chance.
As much as I could use the extra 10,000, I think I'll stick where I am.
Your pig-headedness, my friend, is going to be your downfall.
And your obsession will be yours. Ever since we wrapped up Alex Crown's murder, you've risked everything to hook up with that little lady love of yours again.
All right, that's it. Get out. You're fired. Forget the check.
I don't think so, Mr. Lamar. You see, I'm not dangerous because I kill people. I'm dangerous because I find out what a man wants and then use it against him. For instance, I'd say your little relationship with Lee would take a severe nosedive were she to find out exactly what you've been up to ever since you hit Landview.
Listen, you stay away from her. You get any closer to her, my friend, and you will find yourself waking up dead.
What happened to you? Looks like you're covered with half a Main Street.
Well, I ran into a dust storm out there and couldn't see 2 feet in front of my horse's head. I turned it back.
Well?
What are you doing here? I thought you'd be across the street getting an I told you so from your pa.
Well, I was until I saw you riding into town. When they weren't looking, I made a break for it.
Well, you're a regular little rascal, aren't you? Huh?
Yeah. Well, did you find her? Did you track her down?
I barely got to the outskirts of town. Wind came along and kicked up a regular mountain of dust.
So what do we do now?
Nothing I can do but wait until the storm quiets some.
But that could take forever. You might never catch up to Miss Jenny.
I know that, buddy. I know that.
Clint, is that picture still fading?
I'm afraid to look at it. And I hate to think what it can mean if Ginny doesn't get back with Randolph Lord.
Clint, if you don't catch Miss Jenny, does that mean that you'll never see the woman in that picture again?
It means she won't even exist. Victoria Lord won't even be born, and neither will Jessica and Joey, Kevin. I'll lose everything and everyone that I've ever known and loved.
Well, you'll still have me.
Boy, he really zonked out for good this time.
Yeah, well, it's mountain air. It makes me sleepy.
Yeah, I know. It's so peaceful and quiet up here. I mean, it's kind of like the range, only a little bit more snow. Listen, Tina, I think it was a real good idea for us to come up here.
I do, too. It gave Clint a little chance to spend some time with his dad.
Yeah. Listen, there was something I wanted to discuss with you about, well, you know, how we're going to raise our son after you and Max get married.
Well, why should that make a difference?
Well, it's just that obviously, well, you know, I'm going to want to spend as much time as I can with him. And he's going to be staying there with you and Max in a home that you make for him. I know that Max is going to be a fine father for him.
Well, yeah, but you're going to come visit, aren't you?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Every chance I get. And I'd love to have him come stay with me on weekends or even a holiday every once in a while.
Cord, he's your son. You can see him anytime you want to.
Wait. I guess what I'm saying, Tina, is I don't want to see the same thing happen to him that happened to little Al. You know how he's always been carted back and forth. It's like he has no real sense of where he belongs. I want Clint to know that he's got this stability, this dependable place to go.
I would never let him feel unwanted or neglected.
Oh, no, Tina, no. That's not what I'm saying at all. I know that you and Max are going to be wonderful parents. It's just that I'm going to be over there a lot to see him. And I don't want you to think that it's because I doubt your judgment. See, it's just that, well, you know, I'm gonna miss, just being with you.
Cord. Look, he's your son. And I know you love him. And believe me, I am not going to let anything come between you and your son. I promise. Okay? It's getting kind of late. I think we should go.
Yeah, I think that's a real good idea.
Yeah, I just feel bad that Vicky, well, that I didn't get a chance to show her Clint, and I wanted to tell her in person about my wedding next Friday. I guess I'll just leave her a note.
Yeah, that's a real good idea. I tell you what, I'll get him all bundled up in his snowsuit and everything, then I'll pack up the scrib and you can write that note, huh?